Hello, my name is Amana Begam Ansari and I am the columnist with ThePrint. So today I'm going to talk about my article which I have written for ThePrint, and this week I have covered the Noha riot incident. So in my article I tried to analyze entire Noha riots and what lessons we can learn from this horrible incident. So before going into the lesson, what I wanted to highlight is the reality of this place. So in 2018, according to Niti Aayog, this place is one of the most backward region of India, on all the scales, let it be women education, education in itself, employment, and crime even. This area is known for the crime. It is the hub of the cyber crime. I mean, this is an area where we should, where administration should have been very careful about already knowing its reality and historical context. And this is also a place where for last couple of years we have been seeing rise in communal speeches and also cow vigilante groups. So when we already know the history and the reality of this place, I do not understand how the government and police were not able to basically gauge brewing tension and anticipate the violence. So that's, I think, the biggest failure in my opinion. The second takeaway, which I argued in my article, is that shifting blame to one individual and from where it started is a futile practice. It just kind of blame shifting game, nothing else. I mean, Monu Manesar, who is also suspect in murder of two Muslim men, uh, was gave inflammatory speech. However, even if he was in this procession, which he was not, is it justifiable to throw the stone on the religious procession because of such a, I mean, provocative speech? If we would argue such a case, imagine applying the same argument for the famous speech of Owaisi brothers' 15-minute speech. What if Hindu would do the same thing and they will start attacking Muslims, saying that this speech has just provoked us? So such a argument basically sound like a justification of the violence. Instead of shifting a blame on one individual, we have to acknowledge our responsibility as a community and act as a mature citizen of India. And without that, we cannot find any solution. Just because someone said something, you do not need to resort to the violence. Even you are hurt and you believe that that is a hate speech, you basically go to the state, and you have so many laws, you have so many other ways given to you. Just go by those legal process. So, and my third takeaway, and which is the most important, I think, is that I see that a lot of people just assume that there are only two extreme side to it, and people are only resorting to the violence, and we need to stop going into extreme or feel apologetic about for people who are resorting to violence because of our shared identity. I mean, they can be Muslim, and I don't need to feel apologetic about them, and just tell them that just what they are doing is not acceptable. And same for a Hindu, if that person is resorting to the violence and committing the crime. So when you see entire episode, or when you see the social media, you feel like there is a two divide of the society, but that is not the reality. The majority of silent majority Indian, they do not subscribe to such an idea. They do want to live peacefully, coexist. And there has been so many incident. If you see even this Nuha violence, and I have written about all those incidents, which give you a sense of hope in humanity. So you would see, even when chaos was going on, still we have individual and people who were helping each other regardless their identity and religion. And that's what shows you path, and shows gives you hope for humanity, for your my own nation. And for more, please read my article. Thank you.